Biology, the body as an electrical being. This video presentation is part of an educational series by the Carter Institute for Natural Health Studies, which can be found at naturalhealthclass.org. Our bodies create the electrical energy that it needs to carry out daily functions such as thinking, heartbeat, and movement. Digestion and assimilation of food is accomplished because of the electrical current that flows to our digestive organs to bring nutrition to the heart and brain. Electricity alone is not what keeps us alive, but it is a big part of it. The quality of our foods and beverages is a large determinant of the strength and quality of our electrical energy that circulates throughout our bodies and makes life possible. Think of it like this: a car battery or a battery for a radio needs to have a certain chemicals in it, and these chemicals must be in a proper proportion and ratio for the battery to even work. Every time we eat, we have the opportunity to strengthen our personal batteries or to drain the energy from them, and we get to pick which option is what happens. Between the cell and its outer environment is a semi-permeable barrier called the plasma membrane. Watery fluids trickle through this semi-permeable barrier and produce a low voltage of electricity, much like a hydroelectric dam and plant, which can create electricity from a flow of water. This is a big reason to keep the consumption of animal fats to a minimum. Just like fats from cooking a hamburger get thick and gel-like in a frying pan at room temperature, cooked animal fats coat the inside of your body. It has gone through a digestion process to break it down some, sure, but it is still pretty gooey and gooky inside the body. Evidence of this phenomenon can be seen by observing how many people have high cholesterol levels, and their doctors warn them about them all the time. But somehow, when you can envision what that saturated fats look like and will do to the inside of your body, it makes the thought of eating them seem less appealing. Within the body's cells are atoms. These atoms are made up of protons, electrons, and a nucleus. These are called subatomic particles. Protons have a slight positive charge, electrons have a slightly negative charge, and the nucleus has no charge, or what is known as neutral. These subatomic particles spin and rotate around the nucleus and generate much of the electricity the cells use in their day-to-day functioning, which keeps us alive. Our bodies create the electrical energy that it needs to carry out daily functions such as thinking, heartbeat, and movement. Digestion and assimilation of food is accomplished because of the electrical current, which is weak, yet it is absolutely necessary for life. In fact, the presence of electrical current signifies life, and the absence of this weak electrical current signifies death. Technically, death of an individual occurs at the moment the electrical activity ceases to flow throughout the system. Another thing is that all living things have in common is death. So then it can be said that this weak electrical current is the basis for all activities, and indeed for life itself in all things that live. When we have strong electrical flow, we are vibrant and healthy, and people will say that we glow. When our electrical energy is becoming low, disease and degeneration of tissue sets in, and we start becoming older than we really are. When we realize this fact, it becomes even more apparent why it is so important to make sure that the foods we eat contain all the elements necessary to make this electrical flow as strong as possible. So, are there any other things I should know about human electrical potential as a future healer? Well, yes, there are. The nervous system is like a big electrical mesh that runs throughout the body, powering all the functions and keeping us alive. This mesh comes in the form of what they call meridians, and the study of which is the basis for such health-producing disciplines as acupuncture and acupressure. The chakras of the body radiate this weak electrical current and help determine our connection to all things in the universe. The aura or vibe of a person is determined by the quality of their own personal electric energy also. Reiki and other forms of healing are based on electrical energy gathered from the environment and directed to the weak and diseased areas of the body to increase energy, and thus the cellular ability to regenerate and repair. Atoms become unstable when they lose protons or electrons because when an atom loses an electron or a proton, it will seek to balance itself by stealing the missing component from another atom. When this happens, the atom losing the component changes and seeks to steal a component from another atom, and then that one will take from the next atom, and so on, wreaking havoc throughout the whole cellular system on its way through. These unbalanced atoms, which race through the system stealing components and changing the properties of atoms, are known as free radicals and can cause cellular changes that range from wrinkles to cancer. Making sure to consume enough antioxidants in the form of fresh, raw fruits and vegetables, which have all the important nutrients and subtle electrical properties intact, and drinking enough pure, clean water every day are absolutely vital to anyone who wishes to conserve or to save their health. Antioxidants are always in the forefront of any health news or health advice, and for good reason. The electrical workings of the body will grow weak and ultimately fail, leaving the poor person wondering where all their health and vitality went. Vitality and health can be realized at any age if we supply the body the necessary fuels for our electrical workings. Taking care to feed our personal electric current behooves us more than words can say. This has been an educational presentation by the Carter Institute for Natural Health Studies as an addendum to the course entitled Nutrition for Vibrant Health and Beauty, which can be found at naturalhealthclass.org.